Hello, everyone. My name is Nazira Allen from the Northern Agents, and today I'm here with Jaja Banks, who is an interior designer, and he's also the owner of a brand called We Love, which we're going to dive into more later. But Jaja, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I am Jaja Banks. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Um, I moved to the United States in 2005, and I am a designer. I do multiple things. I do design. I'm getting into music next. I used to DJ. Yeah, I do it all. I just enjoy being creative.
Okay, very cool. What was the catalyst for you following your dreams?
I would say it started back to when I was younger, seeing my parents and my grandparents go through what they did with I don't know if it was a recession, but in 2005, a lot of people ended up getting laid off from work. And that just motivated me to want to start my own thing when I got older. So after seeing them get laid off and after seeing how that changed our lives and our families' lives, I didn't want to ever go through that. So I wanted to just take my destiny into my own hands, and that's when I just started doing things for myself.
Okay, very cool. And who are some of the key people that helped you along the way?
Family, friends. I've watched a lot of interviews growing up. Like even to this day, I would watch at least an interview a week where I just try to gain knowledge from other people who have walked a similar path that I'm walking on at the moment right now.
And how did the lockdown affect your business?
I'll say it one more time.
How did the lockdown affect your business?
Oh, the lockdown, it really allowed me to spend more time on my business. Before the lockdown, I was driving for Lyft, and due to the rise in cases and stuff, I couldn't drive for Lyft as much as I did before the lockdown. So that really gave me an opportunity, to just focus in on my craft and, go pretty much full time with it, and that helped me out tremendously, so it was an unfortunate situation for a lot of people, but it ended up working out in my benefit. So I'm forever grateful for that.
Okay.
2020 and 2021 were great years.
So you did your apartment during the lockdown, and you basically got to kind of like dedicate your time to it, right?
Yeah, so I started it before lockdown, but I wasn't able to go full time with it because I had to work my other regular job, which was a full-time job, driving for Lyft. But when the lockdown happened, I was able to spend more time at home because I couldn't work full time, so I was really able to, just hone in on my work and get a lot of stuff done. So it worked out great for me.
Okay. Can you tell us about your brand We Love? Did I say that right?
I don't mean to correct you, but it's well.
So please correct me.
It's a tough word. It's a new word. But it's a combination of three words. One is in English, and then the other two words are in French. So it's a combination of we, which is English for us, and élève, which is French for student, and then élevé, which is French for like rise, and you put them all together in this learn and grow together.
Okay, so say it for us one time.
Well-élevé.
Well-élevé.
Well-élevé. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A combination of three words: one English, two French words. Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing with Well-élevé?
So right now I'm in the process of. So the first thing I did with it was show my apartment, show what I could do, and now I want to teach people how to do what I've done. So with the whole brand, let's like learn and grow together. So I want to teach people what I've done so they could apply it to their lives and make money off of it if they need to, or teach someone else how to do what I did. It's all about giving back, and I want to always be able to teach people what I've been able to do. And hopefully down the road in the future, my big goal is to open up community centers all over the world, state-of-the-art community centers all over the world, where kids could have access to tools and information that they probably wouldn't normally have access to. So that's the big goal of mine for later down the road. I just got to get my money up.
That's amazing. I really think we need that. And then in your about section for Wella, I'm probably butchering that again. I don't know.
It's all right.
Sorry. And so in your about section, you said that you believe that we're coming into an age where information is just being given away. How do you think that will change how people do business in the future?
That's when I saw that question previously, it was tough for me to answer that because, we live in a capitalistic society. Like, we live in America, everyone has to make their money, but we also have access to the internet, and on the internet there's a lot of free information, so like take YouTube for example. A lot of people go to like YouTube University, right? And the good thing about YouTube is that although it's a lot of free information, if your video does well and if you grow a large audience, you're able to get paid for your ideas, but until then, it's either you got to decide if you want to share it or put your information in a book and sell it or something. That's a tough question, but hopefully we get to an age where money isn't as much as a factor as it has been for the past few centuries, and everyone just shares, and we learn how to operate and grow together without the use of necessarily getting something in exchange for the information. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, but you actually, like, when I asked this question earlier, like, I felt like your answer to it was like perfect, because you were just talking about how you want us to like get away from a scarcity mindset and be more abundant.
Yeah, but after having a few more days to think about it, it's like, because I'm in the process now of sharing my tutorials, and a lot of people have been telling me to start a Patreon so I could get paid for my ideas.
Yeah.
It's tough because I do want to get paid, but I really want to share. But I'm not at the point yet where I'm making enough financially from services like YouTube and TikTok to where I could just give away all my ideas. I really want to get to that level, but I have bills to pay at the moment, so I have a lot to consider, but I really do want to get to that point where at least I'm able to share my ideas freely. I don't want to charge people for simple ideas, that they could probably look up on their own. But as of now, I'm at that crossroad where I gotta pick a side, and I gotta decide fast. So yeah. But thank you for bringing that back up.
Yeah, no problem. I really appreciated your answer. And also, like, I was just watching like some of your videos and just like seeing some of the collaborations that you have done, and you really promote other people, and you like it seems just so genuine. So I really respect that about you, and yeah, keep doing that. And you're gonna make it, because you're doing amazing things.
Oh yeah, that's the goal. I appreciate it.
No problem. And what is your vision for yourself and your brand?
My vision for myself is to just keep creating freely. I just I think I was just brought here to create and share my creations with the world, and thanks to people like you who are sharing my platform, and things like TikTok, Instagram, and social media, I'm able to do that and finally start making a little bit of money off of it. And the second part of the question was vision for the future.
For your brand.
Oh, for the brand in the future? Oh, yeah. I already mentioned this, but my big goal is to open up the state-of-the-art community centers for kids, and not even just for kids, but for people to have access to information and tools that they wouldn't normally have access to. I want to be that guy that, that helps people out, so.
I think as we all do at some point. How do you structure your collaborations with other creatives?
People reach out to me all the time, and if the opportunity excites me, and if we connect on an intellectual level as well as like creative level, I'm always down to collaborate. It's hard for me to say no, especially if I had the time to work on a project with someone else. But as long as we are, connecting, I'm always down. As long as we have the same vision, we could definitely collaborate.
Okay. And like for other people who are maybe wanting to do what you do or just are creative in general, like are there any tips that you would want to give them for like how to best collaborate with other people or other creatives?
Well, I would start with like a tip for creativity is like what I do is I try to impress my younger self, I try to create like a child, because I feel like children are the best creatives in the world. They tend to create without limit and without like knowing like what's right and what's wrong. They just create freely, so I would just encourage people to try to harness that inner child and create like as if you were still a child. That's how I was able to come up with a lot of the ideas and a lot of the creations that I've come up with. And the second question was how to collaborate.
Oh no, I think you answered it.
Okay.
Yeah, you did it. And what was your favorite project that you've worked on?
My favorite project definitely has to be my apartment, because I was able to just create without limits as far as like having other people's influence on what I was doing. I was just creating freely and I was trying to, impress my younger self. And and actually I just worked on a client project out in Los Angeles, which was also a pleasure to work on because the guy who flew me out and his family, they were just so fun and loving, and I was out there for 2 months and I felt like I was a part of their family, and they allowed me to create freely just like I did in my apartment. So that was a cool experience as well. And I hope that the rest of my client, like he set the bar high. He was my first client. So I'm praying and I hope that the rest of my clients are as cool as my very first client. He goes by Just Michael on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So yeah.
I saw that design. That was pretty cool. I love how you did like the light strips in the back and how like it'll just like it zooms across. I don't know how to describe that. Like that's like my favorite part.
Yeah, there's different modes for it, and actually that was just so I was initially just supposed to work on one room, but his mom ended up asking me to do her bedroom, so I did her bedroom, and then the sister asked me to do her bedroom, so I did her bedroom, and then I also did the bar area and the garage area. So I have a few more things to drop from that project, and I'm excited to show you guys.
The bar, I know that the bar is gonna be like so amazing. I can't wait to see that.
The bar was cool. That was one of my more simple, like he didn't want to go too crazy with that because that was kind of like in the living room, so that was a more I wouldn't say simple, but it's a more laid back design. It's not like crazy lights or anything like that. Yeah.
So that was a pretty cool like design that you did for him. Would you say that was your like favorite room in the house? Because you designed other rooms now.
It's a tie between that and his teenage sister's room. Like that was the first time where I had to design for a woman or a girl, so that really got my creative juices flowing. Like I had to think outside the box of what I normally do for myself, because the client, we had the same style, so that was easy, but the mother's bedroom and the sister's bedroom, that was a little more of a challenge because I was designing for a girl and not like a dude like me. So that was I like the way her room turned out, so I'm excited to share that with you guys as well.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to seeing it. How long did it take you to design your space?
So I think I moved in here in 2017 and I probably started towards the end of that year, but I don't really have a gauge on how long it actually took because I wasn't spending 100% of my time on it, so I had a crazy work schedule. So I would do lift from like 10 to 6. I would come home, go to sleep, wake up around 12, hit the gym, then I would work on the apartment, and then I would do it all over again. So it was like a crazy schedule. So I wasn't able to spend 100% of my time on it, but I started at the end of 2017, I think, and I just completed it in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. It looks amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think the black is like really cool. It's really different and it is innovative, because like usually I would go into spaces and I'd be like, okay, how can I make this as light as possible? But you made it it's like a cave, like a personal cave, and I'm just like, this is
like
awesome.
a cave or something. But I have black walls, but all the lights that I have create a nice contrast. So it's not like completely dark. I don't know if you guys could tell from the tour I have up on YouTube, because cameras don't always capture like the full spectrum of light.
Yeah, no, I probably described it wrong.
Oh no, it's fine. No, it is. It's everything is black. Like my floors are black, the walls are black, the ceiling is black. Like it's like a cave. Everything is black, but there's also a nice contrast, and it feels calming in here. At least for me. It's not for everyone, but this is something I've wanted to do since I was a child. I think when I finally got my own room at around 10, 11 years old, my mom asked me what color I wanted to paint my room. I said black, but she got intimidated by the color black, so I painted it blue. And ever since then, I've been dying to paint my room black. So I finally did it as an adult. I'm happy and I'm proud. So I'm happy with the way it turned out.
All my rooms have always been blue. So
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
It's like a baby blue in the back, right?
Yeah, it's like a frost blue. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
But yeah.
How does that affect your mood?
I like to be very peaceful, so this helps me kind of like stay at peace and zen. And so like the rest of the house is like painted white, and then my bedroom and my study are just like blue. My mom just was like, yeah, do whatever you want in there, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
That's a nice calming color. That's they have this thing called they have this thing called color theory, where they talk about how each color affects your mood, and you definitely hit that on the spot with baby blue. Like it provides a calming effect. So.
Yeah, I did my research. What is some advice that you can give to other creatives out there?
Like I said before.
Oh yeah, you answered that.
No, I can answer it again. Just create like a child. Well, at least for me, just create like a child, and don't be afraid to take risks. It's for me, if the potential reward of taking a risk is greater than the consequence, I'm always going to take the risk. So that's how I live my life.
Okay. And what are 3 tips you can give people looking to change up their space for the new year?
Be bold, create freely, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more.
That was the perfect ending. All right, and that's all my questions for you today. Thank you so much for joining with us. If you are all curious, I'm going to link everything down in the description below, the caption. Yeah, the caption. So yes, please go follow Jaja and stay up on his journey.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I have a question for you. How long have you been doing this?
How long have I been doing this? So my mom, she retired. Well, okay, so the newspaper is 47 years old.
Oh.
And my dad started it. He started it on a dare because he's just like that. Nobody's going to tell him that he can't do something. And he ran it for a really long time. He built it up really successfully. And then him and my mom got together. They had us. And my mom was working in the paper then. And, we grew up living with the paper. So we've always just been touching it and everything. And she took it over forgot what year, but when my father got sick, she took it over and she ran it, and she really brought us into like the digital age, and she really did a lot for us. Like, she's amazing. And then in 2015, she retired and passed it on to me and my sisters, and we've been running it ever since.
That's beautiful. Family business.
Shout out to Sasha, because she's like the main head boss. Yeah.
Sasha is your older sister, or?
Yes, she is the older sister. In 2015 she passed it on to us, but I was still really young, so I was like, I'm not ready for all this responsibility, so I'm just gonna be a kid. But I started, slowly doing things, and in I think the beginning of lockdown, I really started like picking up steam and just joining the team and everything, and I love it. So
that's impressive, and you're very good at what you do. Like, you asked me some questions that I really had to take my time and think about, and you've done good research. Like, you actually went to my website and everything. Like, this was definitely the best interview that I've been a part of, and I appreciate you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I was keeping up on your journey, and I had started following you a while back, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this stuff is so amazing. Like, you can literally feel the energy through like the videos you were watching, and it was like you could tell that you really loved it. And also to be able to see your face like this, it's like, yay, I made it. I'm here.
I really do appreciate it. I enjoyed this interview.
No problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, I'm going to stop recording.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.